Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. We hope you guys are having a great time. I'm going to check some little technical things because we had some technical difficulties, which is why we were late. Making sure that the mics are working. Beautiful, beautiful cast members, would you please say hello to everyone this evening?
If I'm be
Hello.
sad, I'ma do it with pizzazz. I don't know. That song's stuck in my head.
Also, yes. Did you say this entire cast?
Yes.
Um,
I said this beautiful cast. This amazing
yeah,
cast.
yeah. If I'm gonna be sad, I'm gonna do it with pizzazz.
Dun, dun,
I.e.,
dun.
the entire cast.
It's the entire cast. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Dinner and a Game. It is Tuesday night, and that means that we are going to be playing our Emerald Sanctums World of Darkness campaign. This game is basically based around a concept that was, I think it came out in second ed, World of Darkness, that was based around a book called Outcasts. And it's basically a situation where everyone is playing whatever they want to play, including a vampire, a changeling, a bastet, a werewolf, and a mage. Now, the way this works is they're all basically outcasts living on the fringes of their own societies and their own cultures, but they've come together as a group to try and survive in the world of darkness. And tonight, my guests in this world of darkness happen to be these amazing people you see before you, who I love dearly and really enjoy traumatizing. So, let's go ahead and say hello and say who you'll be playing tonight. Let's start out with the incredible, the lovely, the illustrious Ivy Shadow.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I play Vera Rhoda, who is La Sombra vampire. Yeah, she's a failed nun. She's great. She is best friend to Emery's and currently asleep and has no idea the traumas that are about to unfold. Great.
He's currently asleep. And let's move around the circle and go to Sphinx.
Oh, hello there. I'm Sphinx Akasha. I am playing Emrys Grant, who is a Order of Hermes mage. Think Harry Dresden, but less prone to blowing shit up. Also, best for yeah, not that much less prone, but less prone.
More like electrocuting things. You use light
Electrocuting
quite a bit.
Absolutely. Also, as Ivy mentioned, best friends to Vera, and adopted dad and mentor to one traumatized college student, Penny. Yeah, ready to see how this episode unfolds, given everything that's happened the last couple episodes. Will we need our comfort stuffy again? Who knows?
Probably.
Jonathan. Got ahead of myself. Who will you be playing this evening?
I'm playing Mark. Mark is a werelion who is, just kind of doing his thing through life. He's not letting anybody else tell him how he can or can't be. Not even an entire pack of like werewolves in probably a week and a half to 3 weeks or 5 to 6 months from now. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, the way we game, one night takes like 5 sessions.
Sounds about right.
I need to find something for Vera that lets her stay awake during the day.
There are things. There is some very powerful things.
I know there are things. Mark probably doesn't have a clue what any of them are. But you know what? I bet he'll stumble upon one of them by happen chance at some point, not realize it's useful for that, keep it for himself, and then figure it out like 23 months from now when he's like, oh, that's what this thing does? I could have let you borrow it.
Right?
And then he doesn't let her borrow it.
And then he doesn't let her borrow it. Because hopefully by that time, the effects of her blood will have worn off.
Maybe.
Actually, they should have been wearing off now. Hey, Ivy, your camera shut off.
I see that. I'm trying to fix it.
Okay, no problem.
Hello.
And who are you going to be playing for us tonight?
Well, I will be playing our lovely now Countess Rosaline, who is our lovely she-noble of House Illinid, and we found out her true name last episode as well.
Oh, that's right.
She is emotionally distraught, and let's see what kind of dumb shit she's gonna get into tonight.
Emotional damage.
Oh man, it's gonna be a time, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, who wants to recap for, let's say, an extra 2 XP?
Drama.
Drama.
Any way we want to recap, I will happily recap.
I want to hear it from
Recap
Mark's
is
point
Mark.
of view. I want a Mark point of view recap. Go.
All right.
Under 5 minutes.
So there we are, walking out of the grand ball. It was amazing. I saved Rose's life. I single-handedly got rid of the Balefire monsters. People kind of thanked me, but in sort of a backwater kind of a way. I found a solution to a problem people don't even know exists yet. And then all of a sudden, he does that thing he does, where he wrecks everything. And all eyes turn to Emrys, because where better to unleash all of the paradox of reality than in the middle of a Fey realm that's the antithesis of reality. Not only does he almost kill Rose again that I can't save her from, not only does he actually destroy Brisket. I said biscuit. Brisket. He messes up all of my magic items I just acquired. Every last one of them. Does he say sorry?
Isn't it?
No. He says oops. Like oops and sorry are the same thing. Because they're not. But it's okay. Because M threw a shoe at him. Which means I can throw a shoe at him. Which means that he doesn't apologize. But at least I threw a shoe at him. So we load ourselves into the vehicle. And we go away. And it's a fun ride, sort of. Nobody really talks to each other that much. Penny gets out of the vehicle, and everybody's like, ooh, Penny, Penny, like they always are. And then she's like, I'm going to be angsty and cut my dress off of me. And everybody's like, oh, is Penny okay? Penny, Penny. And they all go running in after Penny, except for me and Milagros, who talk about, like, werewolf stuff. Because, like, you know,
Pandora.
I'm going to hang out with that. Yeah, Pandora. I almost said Milagros. I'm gonna hang out with that stuff. Like, that's gonna be fun. We're gonna go. It's gonna be a thing. Pandora said bring gifts. I've bought stuff already. It's charged to the special credit card that I have that nobody's figured out about yet. Don't worry, Em. I'm keeping tab of every dollar I've spent, and Ray will let me know when you get the bill in the mail, and then we can see what happens.
Oh my God, Rose is gonna have an aneurysm.
I have kept every dollar expenditure in a spreadsheet. It's amazing.
I want you to send me this later. I want to see this.
The best part is we're only on like day 7 of me having the credit card. So there's probably like another 20 days left before the bill shows up.
Pretty much.
Just imagine that part. We're only on day 7.
Continuing story time.
So Pandora and I have a whole moment. And then we all go inside because, like, Pandora, like, storms out to go deal with something. It's probably, like, Vera related. Who knows? Like, it's all just confusing right now. So we go in the house, and the house is being, like, all sad and mopey. But it's not being a bully, so we'll take sad and mopey. So I'm chilling. Nobody pays attention to me like they always do. Everybody forgets Mark. And that's when, like, Rose is sitting there, and she's like watching the house recount all this sad stuff. Like the house is like basically trying to make Rose wallow in its own sadness, and Rose kind of is wallowing in the house of sadness. And I'm like, I'm not buying this. You're just bullying somebody else. But I don't say much until all of a sudden, like, I realize the house is winning at bullying Rose, and that's when Mark jumps in to save Rose's mood and is like, he was a great guy. Like, let's focus on the good stuff is what he's thinking. And Rose is like, yeah, let's do that. So we all break out some stuff to celebrate. We're going to, like, celebrate Finn's life instead of moping over it. Or at least that's the way I'm thinking of the whiskey coming out, is like, it's a celebration. And so Emrys is like, do you want ice or no ice? And I'm like, ice? Like, why wouldn't I want to clink things in a cup? Like, it needs to go clink, clink, clink when you're drinking. If you're not clinking, you're not drinking. And then that's when Pandora's like, I'm going to eat directly out of the ice bucket. And I'm like, you do that, Pandora. And Emrys is like, should we get her own thing? And I'm like, it is her thing now. Like, who's going to eat the ice after she ate it?
Rose doesn't
and
care.
That's pretty much where we're at, right?
Oh, all the people that showed up at the house, Finn's people.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I mean, we had visitors. They came, they left. The house is like, whatever. But yeah,
shit.
That is the
outside of
best.
Mark's perspective, Rose just got a ton of shit. She basically had a will unfolded in front of her, and they're like, "And you're basically like Queen of Fairyland, San Francisco now. Have a great day."
Wow.
I love this recap. This is the best recap ever.
Wow.
Did they keep it under 5?
No, not even close.
He tried.
He did. He talked real fast.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened.
Oh my god. Yes, there was a lot of stuff that happened. Even stuff that you missed, or didn't care about because you're Mark.
I was trying to keep it under 5. I was trying to go to the highlights of like what Mark
That was
cares about that
beautiful.
actually might be
Beautiful. It was
irrelevant again.
That was fantastic.
It was fantastic. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over a couple of little details. So this week we're not having a show tomorrow night, which is normally our Kingdoms of Mist show. I greatly apologize, but my work has offshore components to it, and on a very rare occasion I have to do a late night meeting, and most of the time I can make that schedule anytime I want to, but now I'm actually talking with like VPs and senior VPs of the company, so I have to go on their schedule and they can only do it tomorrow night. So I will be at work when you guys are out, having your night off and being fun and frivolous, and I will be crying. But we are also going to be debuting a new show this week. On Friday, we are going to do the Session 0 for our new Firefly campaign. I think the only person out of this cast who's going to be in it is Jonathan, actually.
Session 0's on camera?
Yeah, everyone was like cool with it, and what's his name? Corey made the announcement that it was going to be streamed, so I was like, I guess it is now. I have 4 days to make an overlay.
I didn't realize Session 0 was on camera. I mean, it doesn't matter either way to me. I just didn't know, so I'm like, okay, like.
Yep, but the good news is we're getting everyone significantly done up ahead of time with getting knowledge of the system and get everything like that. So it should be a fairly good session, standard Session 0, where we create interpersonal relationships and we get and probably build the ship, because I don't think we're gonna have time to do that before then. So it's going to be a good show, because we're going to be looking at a lot of the character creation mechanics that are inherent with the system we're going to be using, which is called the Cortex system. If you've never played the Cortex system, it is great. It's a dice pool system, but it's very, very cinematic. It's very, very fluid, and it's got lots of bennies to it. You can do a lot of crazy shit.
Nice.
And of course, if you fail that crazy shit, you can be in a lot of crazy trouble.
It's a fun system.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I love it very much. What's the Marvel game that it was in?
Marvel Heroic.
Yeah, Marvel Heroic. That's what it was in.
They made a new version of it that's called Cortex Plus or Cortex Prime. I can't remember which one it is. I actually kickstarted it, so I have that book too.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great system. But that's going to be debuting this Friday. And then we're going to have another show that's going to be debuting on the alternate Fridays, but we don't have our fixed time for that yet. But that show is going to be run by the incredible and the amazing Ivy Shadow, whose camera is dead.
Ivy's in the middle of cleaning up something right now.
Oh, yeah, I figure it's bad. But we will get back to that in just a moment. But that is going to be a D&D 5e game, and it is going to be based around a theme of Suicide Squad. So it should be a very interesting time to be had. And don't forget, also, the incredible and amazing Starshard Stories /M right there is going to be running her Saturday campaign of Monster Hearts 2, which is on at 10 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I have to get up early on a Saturday. And I would only do it because M is an amazing storyteller, and I get to be a bear boy. So there.
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm. A growly bear boy. But you have no idea. A growly, hairy, bisexual bear boy.
Disaster.
I'm not a disaster. I'm amazing.
Actually, Optica is the disaster, and it's been great.
It's just, Jesus, you guys got that show. That show's probably gonna get us banned from Twitch, but anyway.
No, it's not. I've been following the toss. Very good.
All right, so Also, during this show, we normally run a contest, and that is where we give a mini away at the break. I'm going to have to apologize. My main printer, the big resin printer that I use for printing out everything in bulk, died yesterday. It's repairable. I just need to order the part, and I'm going to be ordering the part this week. It should be here next week. But until that gets back up and running, I'm using my smaller printer, and number one, some of the pieces, like for the cathedral and stuff like that I'm printing out for some of the winners, and for Orcus, they're too big to even print out on that printer, so I can't even continue with that. And all the Orcuses are not done yet; they're still being printed out because there's a lot of pieces. But all that being said, all the other minis are printed out. We're still boxing them up and getting them shipped out. But the others, anything that's been going on since probably the cathedral, has not been printed out yet. Some of it's going to be printed out in the small printer, like the individual minis. But everything else all the big stuff is on hold until we get the big printer fixed. So, because of that, I don't want to keep on running the contest without the ability to print the minis out and get them ready. So we're going to suspend that contest for a little bit, and I'll let you know as soon as I get the part in and we get the contest back up and running. I apologize. We might do something else, something interesting. So we'll see. I'm thinking about it right now in my head, so I'm trying to find something to do. I'm sorry. But remember, just by following us here on Twitch, you are automatically entered to win where's my books? There it is this set of D&D core books. This is the 5e set. This is the Player's Handbook, the Monstrous Manual of DMG, plus that GM screen in that incredible slipcase. We're giving this away when we hit 1,000 followers. We're at 735. We creep up a little bit more each week, but we're getting really, really close now. Now, the key thing about this set is, number one, it's all 3 of the core books, so you get them all at once, plus a GM screen. But also, you've got to remember, this set is the limited edition set, so it is the foil printed cover set. So those covers are not standard. They're shiny, they're sparkly, they're magical. And if you get this set and you choose to use it as your main set of core books when you go to the game store, you won't have to write your name on the edge of your books in Sharpie because they're not going to look like anybody else's, so you'll be able to tell yours apart.
You know what's even better? If somebody releases Paradox near those books, they will still be foil and shiny.
And if you want to, please follow us on our other socials, because we also have other things going on those. If you go to our link tree, you can find all of our socials listed there. And if you follow us over on TikTok, we are at 900 and something followers over there. We're like so close. We're trying to get to 1,000. And when we reach 1,000, we're going to be giving away this 3D printed Wizard's Tower. This thing is huge. It's like 11 inches tall, 9 inches wide, 4 stories. It comes apart. It literally breaks down small enough to put into a high-top shoebox. And all this will be yours if you're person drawn when we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. TikTok is one of the places that we put up game announcements. We do clips and videos from this show there. I talk about different subjects within TTRPG. I'm trying to make more content for that. It's very, very difficult because of schedules. But we try and get some content out there at least once a week, but we're trying to get on a more robust schedule, as it were. So if you want to go in and follow us over there, and you'll be automatically entered to win just by following. I think that's enough of that. Let me check on something real quick. And so when we left off, where exactly were we when we left off? I'm trying to remember. I just listened to it.
Everybody's in the kitchen.
Everybody's still in the kitchen?
Yeah, and this is right after everybody found out Rose's true name and the bog and just left the house.
Well, actually, remember, Tuck took them.
Yeah, Tuck took them back.
Yeah.
So
Took them back to their
everybody's
freeholds.
just left.
All right. So that's the point where we're at. Rose had just had all of Finn's vassals brought to
Minus
her.
one.
Huh? What?
Oh, sorry. I thought they all pledged already. My
No.
bad.
No, some of them. Only one who pledged was
Murder Hobo.
Murder Hobo.
And Tuck.
And Tuck. Tuck
That
and Murder
was
Hobo
sort of
pledged.
Mark's fault. I just don't remember what I said anymore.
You said something along the lines of, yeah. I think you said more along the lines of, I'll be your friend.
Yeah, that was basically it.
Everyone else is like swearing loyalty and fealty, and Mark's like, I'll lend you $5.
That's fine.
But anyway, so everyone was.
I
pretty
will
much...
loan you $5.
Aww.
and I'll charge it back to my card.
Oh God. Oh, you probably don't have the PIN number, so you can't do cash advances.
No, I can't do cash advances, but I could always though be like, hey, random person I don't know on the street, I will get you $20 in McDonald's for a $5 bill. Uber Eats McDonald's, what would you like?
Okay, this is going to be very bad when she gets the bill.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't been that bad, but I did spend some money on something that's expensive that, I mean, you're going to yell at me, and then I'm going to tell you what it's for, and then you're going to feel bad.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, so, but yes, everyone was in the kitchen, and Rose's vassals had been brought, Finn's vassals had been brought to her to be presented to their new lady, and they were told that they would be expected to make the pledge to her if they wanted to stay within her, what is it? You're a duchess now, so dukedom.
The Countess.
The countess. So is it a county?
I think whatever her domain. Her domain.
Stay within her domain. And they basically were all told that they were expected to pledge. As we said, Murder Hobo, who is a slua who lives in a Rose's basement and is their head of security apparently, is pledged immediately. Tuck had already pledged, and everyone else basically acknowledged Rose, but I don't think anyone else pledged at that point.
No, not yet.
And they found out that Finn had received a banal death, and that his seeming had been left at the castle with
Mab,
the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Yeah, Rose is gonna go back.
That's what I said that messed it up. I mentioned like Finn, and that took everything sideways. It was unintentional. I'm sorry. Art's not sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, so let's go ahead and revise things. So Finn's disappeared, taking everyone back to their different freeholdings. It took him like 20 minutes to pick them all up.
Yeah,
so
Tuck, yeah.
Tuck did, yeah.
Tuck. Yeah, Finn did disappear, though, because he died. But So, all right. Well, who's going to...
There is something I want to try. The locket. Because Finn said call it, and he'll show up.
Ooh.
Well, what are you going to do?
She's going to just leave the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, I'll be right back. She's going to go somewhere, like probably in the living room. And she's going to mutter his name while holding the locket. And I think she's going to open it to see if that does anything.
So, have you ever opened this locket before?
No, she has not opened it since she's gotten it.
You open the locket. And remember, this locket is small.
Yeah.
It's like this big.
Mm-hmm.
You open the locket, and in the locket, a very small mechanical bird stands up, and it begins singing a song. The bird looks exactly like the bird you and Finn formed together.
Oh, my heart.
And when, but that's so, and the song it's playing is just literally the bird's song, the same song it always sung when it was flying around. So, do you call out his name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A few moments, and where are you, by the way?
She's right by the fireplace, so there's a little brisket bundled up
okay.
in his little blanket in front of the fireplace.
So,
little stuffed brisket.
You call out Finn's name, and the air around you gets cold. And you feel a presence.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a voice. I don't know where I am. The voice sounds like it's coming from a distance away.
Probably the castle. I know where you're at.
I can't see anything.
Yeah,
I can't feel anything.
I know.
What happened?
You had a banal death.
What's a banal death?
Basically, when the mortal body dies, the face seeming is left.
What's a face seeming?
Oh no. Thin?
I guess. I think. It was a long time. But then there's Rory.
Then there's what?
Rory,
Rory.
before Finn.
Oh. Wait.
Or Rose.
Yes.
I recognize the way you feel. So I'm dead.
For now.
So what does that mean?
There's a way to bring you back, but it's really risky.
Where am I?
At the castle of Concordia.
What's Concordia?
Oh God. Okay. Do you feel like anything warm, like a fireplace or anything?
No. It's all cold here.
That fucking.
Why am I stuck here?
I
don't know. I don't understand. The last thing I remember, it was summer. I was going into the 6th grade. It was a good summer. I was having some weird dreams for a while.
Oh God, Rose knows what this is.
Then I don't know what happened after that. I know some things.
So I'm talking to the human half.
Someone took my life.
Yeah.
No, not now. Someone took my life. I never got to grow up.
What? You did grow up.
I grew up with him.
What are you Hold on. You grew up with Finn.
Yes. But I
What
wasn't
did...
me anymore.
No.
I was a piece of him. He was bigger. I was just a piece.
A piece.
Oops. There is... I don't know how to explain it to you. There is you.
Yeah.
No. You're Rose. I'm talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
What was your name before you were Rose?
Like when I was a child? Or when I got my naming?
I don't know what a naming is. But when the other thing came out,
I've always been Rosaline. My other name came after the fact.
I'm happy for you, I guess. You seem to be in front. Did you need me for anything?
Do you know where you are? Any vague?
I don't know where I am. I'm not me anymore, so I don't know. If you're asking me if I know where my body is.
Yeah.
I don't feel any connection to my body. I know that I need to go somewhere. I can feel that. But I'm stuck. Some bigger part of me is stuck.
Okay. All right. It should be fixed soon.
Thank you.
She's just gonna close the locket.
The bird song stops, and the air around you begins to warm up. As you notice, you can see your breath.
Yep. Rose is gonna go to the room and go change clothes, and she's heading out the front door after she gets changed.
All right, so Rose goes stomping off. Emery's.
I'm pretty sure y'all witnessed this whole doohickey stuff.
Yeah, I'm still sitting at the island with Mark having whiskey.
Like Mark's not half paying attention to everything happening in the other room.
You don't see anything, and you don't hear who Rose is talking to, but she's having a very animated conversation, and there seems to be like a small bird over where she is, because there's a bird that's chirping and singing over there.
Well, she did say Finn's name at least once.
Yep.
It's probably face stuff.
Should we go and check on her or something? Or?
I mean, obviously we need to check on her. Like, she's had a rough day. She
Yeah, I
died.
just
Her fiance died. She came back from death. He didn't. I mean, this is the kind of day where you have guilt on top of guilt on top of guilt.
Yeah.
Like, yet she kind of needs people to check on her all the time.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's fair, and
And this is not a substitute for people checking on her. I mean, it helps, I guess, maybe, but like, she still has to have people check on her.
that's fair.
That's your job. You're the daddy in the group.
I guess I am. I will grab my staff and kind of walk after her.
Was your stuff in his room? Okay. So she is down in the master suite, which is in the far end of the hallway, on the other side of the wall from the living room. So you walk down there. What does he walk in on?
I'm gonna knock first. Clearly, like
Okay.
what's gonna like even if the door is open, I'm gonna like use my staff to kind of knock on the door seal or the door frame.
One moment. You obviously hear snipping noises.
Okay.
Few moments later, the door is open. She's in like pretty much more comfortable clothing, like her usual oversized, like comfy sweaters, her leggings, her boots, and her hair is like short.
Hacked all her hair off.
It was getting too much.
You that was a whole. You did a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta go.
Are you? And I'm just gonna. I'm gonna stammer for a couple seconds and fuck it. And I'm just gonna put my arms around her. It's like, hey.
I'm
Like,
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Hey,
I
if you,
Mark,
I have no understanding
where are
of
you while
what
this is
you.
happening?
I'm in the kitchen. I kind of want to like
You stayed
sort
on
of
the island?
eavesdrop on what's happening, but like I don't want to have to leave the kitchen to make it obvious that I'm eavesdropping.
Got it. Go ahead. Sorry, Finn.
I've got no personal context or experience with what you're going through right now, but I'm here. If you need to talk or scream or hit something,
I don't have time for that right now.
okay, what do you need? What can I do? How can I help?
Well, we're gonna have to go back to where we were last night.
Back to the castle?
Yeah.
Is that someplace we could? Can we get back there the same way that we did before?
Can we? Well, we're gonna find out.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it to you
You
because
see Penny coming out of the staircase.
Headed which direction?
She's headed straight for that hallway.
Their room hallway?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get up and I'm gonna slide between Penny and there real quick and just kind of be like, what's going on, Penny?
And she kind of turns her eyes to you and she says, "There are explanations to be made."
Oh, it's damn
Oh,
tragic.
no.
It's so
They
scary.
might be willing to talk to Penny. I don't think they're willing to talk to you right now.
And it just turns away from you and starts trying to walk forward again.
I am going to kind of like do a little turn and like hop and kind of start following. And in my head, I am thinking right now, I am really going to enjoy Penny's body getting slapped across the face in a second.
So you hear.
But when we get to the door, I'm going to try to get between her again, just so that like it looks like I'm trying to defend the situation, so I can be the hero here. So she's got to push me out of the way just a little bit. I'm not going to stop her up until we get the door. Then I'm going to like slide in and be like, no, you can't do this. It's a private time.
So Penny comes up to the door, and Emery, you never said you closed it behind you.
No, I hadn't.
Okay. In fact, I think you probably had to step into the room to grab Rose before.
Probably.
So yeah, you're kind of almost standing in the doorway. So Emery's is hanging on to Rose, and both of you are kind of turned sideways, and you see Mark starts going, no, 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 don't. And he starts to he flings himself in front of the door in front of Penny, who is standing very, very straight and rigid.
In front of not Penny.
Hey.
And as Penny looks at Mark, and it looks at Mark and says, "Move."
He doesn't
Penny?
have to.
Penny, what's going on, Penny?
Not Penny. Penny's body. Very big difference.
Oh no.
There are explanations to be made.
Oh, Rose looks like no. Rose is slow.
Your timing could not be worse.
I'm gonna move just enough.
Penny's hand
that
comes
if I
up
decide to
and she
hit
says,
Penny,
"You are correct. This is bad timing." And it goes like this.
You're not doing Jedi mind trick bullshit right now.
And you
can I
see
grab her hand
the
and stop her from
sun,
moving?
the position of the sun changes, the shadows move, and it is dusk.
What did you just do?
Sped the rotation.
Can you do that in reverse, maybe?
Reverse is a cataclysm.
Rose is trying to pry out of Emery's arms right now because she is fucking pissed at this oversized grown lizard.
Hold me back.
Right now.
Hold me back.
Right,
Vera,
I'm gonna duck
Good
under and
morning.
run towards Vera. Like duck under Penny and run towards Vera. Like we need
Vera.
backup now.
oh, you're running. Oh, you're running down the hallway.
Yeah.
Yelling,
morning.
Vera!
It's me.
Not
Vera.
screaming, but I'm just headed there because like we need all hands on deck.
Unlike almost every single time that you have awoken in the past 100 years, there
Yep.
is no slow stirring. There
No.
is no gradual feel of the sun surrendering its hold on the earth. There is just a sudden slam of awake.
Yep.
It feels like literally the sun was thrown out of the sky.
Yep. Oh, she sits up. She's like, "Oh, what now?" I want to get out of the casket. Ugh. Are you shouting for her?
No, I'm just like the door's gonna come flying open at any moment now.
Okay,
Oh no,
great.
remember, your room is a sealed bunker in the
In the
basement.
basement.
And
Yeah.
you don't have a casket, you have a bed.
Oh, that's right. She does have a bed.
She has a big downy bed.
That's right. I forgot about the
The
bed.
vault door's gonna creak open. I don't know.
So you
Yeah.
come running downstairs and you see Murder Hobo. He's got like an Xbox controller in his hand.
Oh my
And he's
god.
there, and he looks up, he's like, "Oh hey.
Open it now, please, fast,
What?
fast.
What?
Open it. Motioning to Vera's door.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, dude. She might have locked it from the inside. I mean, privacy, you know?
Tell the house to open it. It's an emergency.
Why don't you tell the house to open it? Why do I gotta do your dirty work?
Are you still not speaking to the house?
He picks up like a giant bong and he draws on it, lighting it. Draws on it
You'll
incredibly hard. He exhales and purple smoke comes out.
As this is happening, Vera opens the door, just like rubbing her eye, looks up,
I
sees
just
Mark.
grab her wrist and start
Whoa,
running
whoa!
back up.
Oh my god! What? Oh, it's-
Not
or-
Penny is about to get into a fight with everybody.
Oh god, not Penny. And
As you guys are being dragged up the stairs, you hear from the couch, "A fight? Let me turn the
Nope,
cameras
sit there.
on."
You're not invited.
The camera's on.
And I'm gonna like slam that door behind us as we leave, so that he's like in the room
I'm
still.
pretty sure he's watching it on the cameras.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, it's our watching the
Okay.
live feed.
Oh god, he's Rose about ready
wait,
to
why is not Penny fighting? Wait, I'm okay.
He's starting a conversation with Rose because
Oh.
quote, it's
Penny-
important.
Emery's, are you still trying to hold Rose?
Yes, I am.
Penny walks
Okay.
into the room, stays barely out of Rose's grasp as she's like just trying to get to Penny while you're holding her, and then goes and stands like off to one side and is just waiting. And you can hear Mark and Vera talking to each other as they're coming down the hallway.
Rose is trying to take
I'm
off
coming,
one of her
I'm-
boots. Rose is trying to take off one of her boots.
I don't think that's going to help. It's not going to help.
Can I hear her
Chuck
taking
it.
off a boot?
Having chicken.
You throw the boot at Penny.
Yes.
So you throw the boot at Penny, and literally Penny's still staring at the door, but her hand just goes and catches it by the heel, and then drops it on the floor.
I could have told you that was going to happen.
Taking off the other one.
Oh, hell.
Well, now
What is
that
the
you're-
closest object I can grab in the hallway?
what is the closest- There's a
Candles.
vase in a there's
candles.
an Art Deco vase in a recessed nook in the hallway.
I'm gonna grab that as we're running by with Vera.
Oh my god.
My cottage core vase.
But I am just gonna throw it as soon as I get close enough.
I love
Okay.
art.
So as soon as you get through the doorway,
No, maybe before. I can throw pretty far. I'm strong.
so you're gonna let Vera go in, and then you stay in the hallway. And you throw the vase.
No,
from
no, no.
there.
Like,
No,
I'm
he
leading Vera
throws
down
it
the hallway.
before.
I'm gonna throw it in front of us. Like Vera gets to
Okay.
watch me throw this thing down the hall.
Oh yeah, you have to show off that strength.
So you throw the vase, it goes sailing into the room, and it goes it comes flying straight at Penny, and Penny just kind of takes her eyes from staring flatly at nothing for 1 second, and you see her eyes just twitch over to the vase, and it stops in midair and disappears.
Okay. All right. That was a very good throw,
Okay,
Mark.
that's a thing.
Okay.
That I did
Oh
not know
wait,
you
I
could
do have something the house can do.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Okay.
House,
Yes.
you remember what I said to keep on standby?
Yes.
Can you drop it on the not Penny, please?
What are you dropping on my daughter?
So you just hear in your head,
She is.
are you really sure? Because that's still Penny.
Drop it right in front of them.
Okay. So there is a large cracking,
Just to make-
crunchy noise, and a bunch of sheetrock and plaster and everything comes crashing to the ground as a giant fridge slams into the ground, into the floor right in front of Penny.
Yeah, you might think Penny got crushed.
What is the hell did you do?
She's not dead. She's fine.
I'm just gonna scream from behind. You missed!
Is this a Warner Brothers cartoon? What is happening right now?
A hand comes out and puts it on, is on the side of the fridge, and just goes, and the fridge slides to the side.
Okay, a Warner Brothers cartoon in an X-Men cartoon. What? Someone please.
You're just gonna slowly look in the room.
It is
Well,
good.
you
There
have
are
explanations.
explanations to be made.
Then talk.
Good morning.
Hey, V.
No, actually, it's night. She sped up the entire day to go back to night again. We've time jumped through a whole day.
I haven't
That's
even
weird.
slept.
It's weird.
Okay. For not
It's
sleeping,
weird.
Rose, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
She hacked off all
You're
her hair.
welcome. Yeah, here. She looks beautiful. Vera
Yeah,
knows
it
what
looks
she said.
nice. She looks perfect.
She looks great. It looks lovely. Are we gonna let the not Penny talk?
Ray,
Okay,
I have a quick
dragon.
interesting question.
Mm.
Does not Penny smell different than regular Penny, or do they smell the same?
No, they smell very
Ooh.
different.
Ooh, that's
Is
a
it
Ooh.
good? That's a good question.
I
I
like
like that.
I'm glad I asked that question now. What
Yeah.
does not Penny smell like?
Ooh.
Sulfur,
Brimstone?
smoke, ash,
So small.
ozone.
So like somebody lit a piece of rubber on
Balrog.
fire?
In the rain.
Ooh.
Set fire
Like
to the rain.
natural-ish or almost a little bit of worminess?
I don't know what worminess is.
Like the worm.
Oh, if you do you have the gift sense worm?
I'm double checking. It sounds like one I might have, but I don't remember anymore.
Did you take a billion gifts? It is a rank 1 gift, so
No, I don't have that one.
okay. You don't. It doesn't. None of the scents smell unnatural. But it doesn't. There's also a leathery smell to it.
Did Eric smell like any of these things?
No.
Okay, so it's definitely not the shifter version of it. If it's anything, coming off of it, it'd be the magical dragon part of it.
Probably.
Or something worse. You know, who knows?
You never know. Is it Satan?
I don't know. Maybe
Satan?
Sphinx and I are just showing our age.
Mhm.
So
shout out to the church lady.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so it's standing there and it says, there is reasons for the events that transpired.
I would talk fast before anyone loses their patience.
Yeah.
Kind of looking around the room as Mark is also throwing things.
There are only certain things I am allowed to divulge.
Once again, I would talk fast before.
Ooh.
Oh, hydrate and posture check.
No.
She is very petulant right now. Oh, hydrate. I forgot to hydrate.
Yes, my hydrate is right here.
Do you have Mountain Dew or
Got
Pepsi?
your hydrate.
She's got her Pepsi. I was expecting to see the new Mountain Dew.
Ah, it's really good. I should have gotten another bottle of it yesterday.
So, but no, he says Mab had been aware of the duplicate and was attempting to unseat it.
Is this
For
a safe
her
place
own
to talk about-
purposes.
I'm looking at Em. Is this a safe place to have these kinds of conversations?
Oh, we're in the house. I don't think the house would divulge anything to Mab.
We're still in Concordia, technically. We're in the domain of hers.
Right.
She is the she's actually not from here.
I'm gonna look at Not Penny. You're powerful. Are you doing something to sort of like magically mask this conversation, or are we just hoping nobody can like know what's going on?
That is a great question.
Mab is usually in New York.
I mean, I get that part. I know
does that
basic
matter?
face stuff, but she's
Different
crazy
kingdoms.
powerful and well connected.
There is much that needs to be resolved. And it literally stops itself like it's struggling and says, Vera is correct. I will attempt to explain this as succinctly as possible. Mab knew about the forces aligning against the throne. She may or may not have been a source for their initial forays. I have not been able to determine this. However, regardless of her involvement, she was their opposition at the end. Mav discovered that they were backed by a greater power and did everything in her ability to thwart that. But in the end, her response was limited by her power. She knew some of the old ways. She knew what these new forces meant. She sought me out. She woke me.
So what I'm hearing is that this is Mab's doing.
No. Mab was merely an obstacle in their way.
When you say this is her doing, like, she's orchestrating puppet strings through puppet strings, or she's a little more directly responsible?
This is why I do not like succinct. Mab did not do this. Mab discovered this.
And woke you.
And woke me when she found it was beyond her power to resolve.
Would it be sufficient to say that her waking you set events in motion that led to where we're at right now?
It would be sufficient to say that her waking me was part of steps necessary for this process to begin in earnest.
So this was always going to happen.
In a sense, yes.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Feelings are
irrelevant, I know. Continue.
The creatures that Mab was striving against were once Fae. They had been corrupted into the things that were there. They had been manipulated first into surrendering their immortality for a chance to finally end their cycles and know peace. The Nefandi is the direct agent of these things. And that is not even a correct term. The Nefandi has acquired power and abilities that have made it impossible for their existence to end. Almost unintentionally. No matter what happens, they will survive. Even unto the end of time.
And there's nothing we can do about that.
That's almost the point. The Nefandi is doing something about that. If nothing exists, then there is nothing to survive.
I see. So the Nefandi is trying to bring about nothing.
No, the Nefandi has made a deal with nothing to help it. To help it realize its goals.
Shit.
The Horizon realm the Nefandi resides in is incredibly well shielded, well guarded, and cannot be penetrated unless the Nefandi is forced to utilize more of its power on this plane, to devote more energy to this plane. We needed a means to force this. We needed an act that was completely altruistic, absolutely pure. Because no matter what the powers of mages or fae, there is nothing that can challenge sincerity. Literally, the meaning of the gesture can have more power than anything else. We knew that one of you had the ability to make such a gesture. There were several possibilities. It just happened to be Finn.
When Penny spoke to me earlier, she mentioned that you told her what was going to happen.
There is some bleed through because of the integration. And at times she is available to, or able to, I should say. She is able to understand more than I would like her to.
Just asking Mark questions over here. When you say Penny and you and bleed through, like, how permanent are we talking, and what's going to happen to Penny in the end?
Fantastic question, Mark.
I'm instigating right now.
In the
Mark,
end,
come with all the hard questions.
in the end, if we fail, the result is obvious. If we succeed, I will be returned to the egg.
And Penny?
She will be Penny.
The same Penny she was before?
No.
No, clearly not.
I cannot, because I must have a vessel. The vessel will have some experiences. And those experiences I cannot shield them from.
Yet you are responsible.
Yes, very much so.
What is the Nothing's goal?
To return to what it is.
And when it returns to what it is, what will have to be destroyed along the way?
Everything.
You misunderstand. There will be nothing to be destroyed.
It will be the end of everything, Mark.
It is confusing.
No, oh no, this is not confused at all. I totally get this.
Good.
Yeah. Is anybody else not following? Because if you're not, we can go to the living room and we can watch Neverending Story. I think we're pretty much on track to figure out what's happening here. Right? No, did I miss it? Am I on the mark?
No, that's about right. Ish.
Romanticized, but accurate.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Is that the movie with the horse?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. A pit of despair. That.
How dare you bring up Artax in this time?
Sorry. I am sorry. I watched it once with Alfred, and that was the big thing I remember because I cried so ugly.
Yeah, I think we all did. Maybe not Mark. Unless I'm wrong. I'm open to being wrong about that, Mark.
That horse died a noble death. Almost.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say?
Out of all of you, Penny is the safest.
Of course she is.
That's pretty
because you
much
have
what
to
she
protect the
told.
vessel.
That's pretty much what she told me. That there's an opportunity and a likelihood that she could lose all of us.
This is not a struggle for safety. This is not a struggle for security. This is literally a struggle to keep everything as it is. This is a struggle to just remain and exist.
Yeah.
So, is the moral of this story that for better or worse, we need Mab to help fight the Nothing? Is that where you're trying to go with this? Because, like, you said you had an intent and a purpose, and you had to talk to us now. So there's clearly a moral to your story.
Mab is an ally at this point, and I doubt that Mab will turn, because one thing Mab loves more than anything else is her existence. The Queen of Air and Darkness is nothing without a kingdom. So, for now, I need you to not antagonize Mab.
I'm not going to antagonize her. I have the right to bring Finn home. That's all I'm doing.
And I am not telling you not to force that right. I am telling you to not antagonize Mab.
I know better than to antagonize a queen. Do you think of me so little?
He kind of gets a confused look on his face and goes, "You are small." But I
don't
do not
think
think that's how you meant.
No, it's not.
I do not think of you as any less than anyone else who is in this struggle. Everyone has equal value. Everyone has equal worth because all of you are risking the same thing.
Then kindly do not assume that I'm going to purposely antagonize somebody.
And the dragon turns to regard the rest of you. And then turns back to you, Rosalind, and says, "I do not think you would intentionally do anything. But you have had... I'm sorry. I apologize." And the being in front of you kind of sits there for a minute and closes its eyes. And you guys kind of like blink and you feel better. Not happy or anything like that. You're not tired. You're sore, like, because you had a hard day, but you're awake. I apologize. I should have remembered. It is difficult. I have never existed in reality.
I think Not Penny's concern is that it's got some sort of crazy like Rube Goldberg machine plan in its head to try to like make this work, and all the pieces have to fall exactly in the right order at exactly the right time, and if anything's just off by a fraction, it all just stops working. And I think that's stressful for you.
There is no Rube Goldberg machine. There is a path.
It's not complicated and convoluted. It's like straightforward. You just won't tell us?
No, it is incredibly convoluted. Lady Rosaline is...
I got the metaphor, Mark.
It is
Just a good metaphor.
very reasonably and obviously upset. It is not her direct actions that I worry of. She is she. She cannot socially fumble. I do not think that on a proprietary level she would. But I understand that if things were to become upsetting, it may be at this point something that is not as easily dealt with or could get out of hand.
What would you suggest?
A moment. Gather. And compose before striking out on this path. The only thing you have at this very moment is enough time that will not be always true, but at this moment you have it. I would advise that you make the most of it.
Fear, you are very quiet.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts?
This is not a type of situation I'm well versed in, nor is it my court.
I think that makes all of us.
I mean, you're right, but still. I mean, we can't do anything about the Penny situation. Like we can't do anything about this. Got a gesture.
All of you have purpose in this. There would be the simple mathematics of all of you coming together are not conceivable. There is a reason all of you of different strains of that which is supernatural are in one group. Each of you will have a role to play. Each of you will have and it literally looks distressed. Penny's face is struggling with something.
What is it? You look worried.
As I said, there is bleed over. Each of you may be asked for sacrifice. This is not what she wants.
No.
And even though she is asleep, she fights against me.
Probably because she doesn't want you in there, because she knows what's coming. She can at least sense it.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Who hydrated?
Zeldic.
Burn King.
Helen, you jerk.
When you said that we're going to be asked to sacrifice, will that be a literal ask? Like, will you come out and say, hey, this is what's going to happen, this is what is needed? Or will you simply take like you took Finn?
I did not take Finn.
But you knew he would be taken.
I knew someone was going to be taken. I didn't know it was going to be Finn until certain events happened that evening. And the evening before.
Not Penny's basically saying there was a version of this where it could have been Rose, or it could have been you, or it could have been Vera, or it could have been me,
Hold
or
on.
it could have been Pandora. Things just happened to unfold the way that ended up being Finn.
What do you mean the evening before? Not last evening, the evening before. You were observing all of us. You are sick.
I am aware. I don't need to observe to be aware.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. How much more are we going to have to give up? how much more we're going to have to sacrifice, everything burning to the ground in our lives, because we have to fix everything. None of us asks for this.
I hate to be this person, but haven't we all sacrificed enough?
That's a fantastic question.
I think what's being proposed, though, is if we don't make some sacrifices, even if they're great, everyone loses everything. So then it becomes, are we willing to give up everything in our lives potentially to let everybody else have things, or do we just let the world burn around us?
Moral dilemma.
I mean, I don't remember asking for any of this.
No, I don't think anybody asked for this.
Had any of you been asked, the sane answer would be no.
But at least we would have been given a choice.
You know, consentinel.
It is sexy.
It is sexy.
There is many times when those who struggle the most are never asked to be in the fight. There are many, many times when those who have to sacrifice the most do not even participate on the battlefield.
This is going to be a hard sell for you because you got to convince them that they should do it. I'm fine doing it, but you have to convince me that this is actually like a righteous quest, because I don't really trust or believe you right now.
I can't. Because I don't have what is necessary.
And what
I can
is
only
necessary?
relate to you that which is true. Your
What is
trust
necessary?
in me does not change the truth of my statements. The only thing I can show you is what happens if you don't. If you do not choose to take this up.
For the record, I don't have a choice in the matter. You have my daughter, and I'm going to keep her safe.
For the record, she is the safest among you.
I understand that.
The only
But
way
as a
she's
father-
not safer is if we fail.
But as a father, this is my duty.
For the rest of you, each of you has issues that are unresolved. Mark has a destiny yet to be fulfilled. Rosaline, yours is very obvious. Vera, yours is adapting. And for Pandora, hers is growing. I can't make you want to do this. And I won't promise you that everything you need can be fulfilled. Because I do not know the future. I only know the path. I will let you speak to someone who knows more. And they hold up a hand, and there is a shimmering bright light in your head, Rosaline. You hear, "Oh." And standing before you, in his warm velvety doublet, his slight beer belly hanging over,
No.
is a man who looks like he's like settled into a nice life. He has got noble, handsome features. Where it's not grayed out, you can see that there's a little red that cakes through on his beard. He's wearing a small cornet, and he's holding a crystal goblet in one hand. And he kind of like goes like, "Yes," and then I said, "Oh, damn it again." He looks around. He's like, "I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know." Ooh. And Rosaline. So, I don't know why I'm here.
Rosaline, who is this?
The man who raised me, this is Liam.
Oh,
You must be friends of Rosaline's.
Yeah.
Well, any
Yes.
friend of my daughter is a friend of mine. I
And
would
I'd-
offer you hospitality, but I don't think I'm actually here because...
You're in my house.
Oh, you have... This is your freehold.
Hmm. One of them. One of them.
Well, y'all take cry breaks.
Ah!
Thank you for the following, Wild-Hearted. So he says, "Yes, this is amazing and wonderful. You have multiple freeholds now." He says, "I knew you were someone special. I had no idea you had ambitions at court. I thought you would become an artist."
I did.
"Well, that is equally lovely." He says, "I discovered that when you die, you go someplace very special."
I thought everything was destroyed. You were killed with cold iron.
I was.
That's not...
Not what you're taught.
No.
From the times of the sundering and the teaching of ways, much has changed.
more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
The bard.
I know what he's talking about. This is the one secret that her house does not know.
He says, "However, that's not why I'm here, I don't think.
No.
The big lizard brought me here to confirm
Yes.
things for you."
Yes, the big lizard who I want to skewer.
Most people do.
If you could wait until it's not in my daughter, that would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh, yes, the poor girl. I'm so sorry for you. No father should have to watch that. I don't envy you the road ahead.
Not to be a killjoy, how do we know he's real and not like an illusion or a trick or a manipulation?
Well,
Mark is on the questions today. Like,
He really is.
like, damn.
Rosaline has many things that she knows about me that no one else does. Not even my wife.
Yeah, that's great, but if Rosaline knows them and that thing's as powerful as I believe it is, and I know Penny can
If
read
the
minds
thing
and
is
it's in
as
Penny's
powerful
body.
the thing is as powerful as everyone thinks it is, there's no way you can believe it no matter what it gives you.
See, that's my point.
I understand that. But the situation is this. even beyond the pains of mortality, there's more out there right now. If this thing happens, there's everything. I mean, I guess it won't be too bad. I mean, does nothing know it doesn't exist? I don't understand all this. I've had several drinks.
Apparently, nothing does know it exists and wants to exist further.
Or
I
all very
understand.
confusing.
Yes.
I understand the urgency of doing something about there being nothing. My conundrum is, how do we know that this thing is actually putting us on a path to prevent bad things from happening instead of ultimately knocking down the dominoes that cause all the bad things from happening?
That's just it, son. How can you know that? Because everything that wants to exist would be fighting this thing. So anything that's not the thing is its enemy.
Unless this is the thing that's also allied with it, like the Nafandi, and it's trying to help push things in that direction.
I'm pretty sure, you know what? Let's not even think about the Nafandi. I am probably on its hit list now. I've already spurned it twice now.
It's true, you have. We all have now.
But I instigated it both times.
That's fair. Yeah. It did seem to have an unhealthy obsession with you.
I wonder who I learned it from.
Well, that and how to drink. But anyway.
I don't drink anymore, really.
There was that one time after we killed the Nafandi the first time.
Okay, that was wine. That was wine.
Let me just propose something to the one who is obviously never going to be convinced.
I'm looking around.
Yes.
To see who that is.
Yes.
I think he's looking at you, Mark.
Because there is only one course of logic for this. If this thing was what you accused it of being, Mark, is it? Then why are you here?
It has made it pretty clear it needs to use us as pawns for whatever the scheme and it doesn't want to explain any of this to us. Like, who knows what's coming next?
That's the point.
This is the kind of relationship that's normally built on trust.
Do you think I would have gone to court if I knew I was going to get my head completely cut off?
I don't know. Rosemary's is a very moral person that would have still done the thing you did.
I would have stayed with the underground and done more to help there. I was fading anyway. Why would I waste my energies? My point that I'm trying to make you understand, Mark, is that... Sorry, my cat's sitting on top of my heatsink again. The point I'm trying to make you understand, Mark, is there, even if you're right, it doesn't make any sense. If you have any modicum of power, you're a threat, and it would eliminate you.
Not if you're its tool.
It can't count on anything to actually be its tool unless it knows it doesn't want to exist. I was old. Even as a Fae, I was old. I can tell you that in all my incarnations, I have never met anything that is eternal.
I'm just going to stare at Not Penny, because I'm thinking to myself, Not Penny made it sound like it was eternal.
But you are acting like the dragon is something. The dragon is magic.
Is it the personification of magic?
It is the fulfillment and personification of magic.
Hmm.
The
So,
embodiment.
so basically, magic is begging for our help.
It's the only thing that almost all supernatural have in common. Every one of them has access to magic. Vampires have their gifts and talents. Werewolves the same, and their touch with Gaia. The Bastet, the same. The Fae, obviously. And mages, well, it's in the name, isn't it?
That's a point.
And the only ones left out of this whole thing are the poor mortals. They're probably the only natural things out in this whole situation. All the rest of us were touched by magic in some way. It's the thread that binds this world. And it's the thread that binds all of you together. There is not much more that can be done, as said, is there? He looks over at you. And he says, he leans forward towards you, Rosalind. And he says, I know you'll do what you have to do. And he says, when you go get Finn, there is a way.
Is it the secret that the house knows?
No. It's a secret that the house lost.
Is it in the sibling house?
No. It is a secret held by mortals.
Oh, great.
And you will have to find it without revealing yourself to them.
I mean, it's a little hard not. I stopped traffic.
I was going to say, have you seen her?
Yes, I have seen her.
He's raised me since I was like 8.
You're right. That was a silly question. Have you seen? Well, also seeing what she's capable. Silly questions here. How are we meant to do that?
I cannot say. Not that I know. I literally cannot say. I do not know.
Okay.
I'm not being prevented from saying it. I'm just...
So the option Mab presented is the wrong one.
No. What option Mab presented to you is her option.
So the crystal circles option.
Yes. And it could work.
But it's unorthodox.
It's not unorthodox. It's technically very orthodox. It's one of the more ancient magics that we have. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there is a way that is beyond that. Beyond Fey magic. And it's something that is embedded within the one thing that the Fey lose.
When we wake up.
Yep. Humanity.
I have. She'll just touch the locket for a moment.
He kind of looks over at you and he says, and Vera. I know very little. But I know one very pertinent thing. That anger, it has served you well. But that may be one of the first sacrifices. Because I do not think it will serve you in your coming encounter.
It's kept me alive so far, so we'll see. I appreciate the concern.
I have concern for Rosaline, and you are someone who she cares about.
I care for her too, so I'll keep it in check best I can.
It will be difficult.
No.
I appreciate it. Mark! Just be you. Emery's. She is in grave danger. But remember always that you are in greater danger. And that one of the things that could hurt her the most is to see you spend yourself needlessly. Remember your worth. Remember your value. And remember what it means to a child to say father.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah. I will do my best.
I'm not saying that you may not still have to cross that line. I am just saying, if you know that you may, make sure that it has value.
Thank you.
And when next you see Pandora, just tell her that she can find any pack she wants. And she can be in any set she wishes. But that she has the unique characteristic amongst her kind of being absolutely able to stand as her own pack. Her trials and her path gave her that strength.
And yet she's eating out of a nice bucket in the kitchen right now.
Well, currently she's a dog.
Yeah.
A
Wolf's gonna wolf.
Wolf.
Sometimes easily distracted. In the meantime, I think I must be going. And Mark, don't stop doubting. But just learn to believe maybe a little bit more.
Did you just Peter Pan? Did you just Peter Pan quote him?
I think he did.
I just don't trust not Penny.
You don't trust Penny, Mark.
Sure.
Mainly because you're always jealous of those who can rake in more attention than you.
I'm not jealous that she gets more attention. I'm jealous that like people would burn down the world for her when she could also be the problem that's burning the world down.
I mean, Penny, Rose just looked. She was doing so
it's
good.
A blind spot.
She was doing
That's
so
the problem.
good.
It's a blind spot.
She was doing so good until all of this went down.
It's not a blind spot. Because if you consider it a blind spot, then you consider Finn's sacrifice in vain.
No. They've already said flat out they would burn the world down to save Penny. That's a blind spot. That's different than sacrificing yourself to save one person. Very different situations. Willing to destroy the world to save one person, willing to sacrifice yourself to save a person you love. Very different situations. I know you know the difference, sir.
Very different people.
Then you agree it's different. Don't tell me it's the same.
Then how can you judge any situation? Because every situation is different. There are too many variables to be so absolute, Mark.
I'm not being absolute. I'm just saying I don't trust that thing.
That's an absolute.
I didn't say
But
I
it's
couldn't
not
ever
just that
eventually
thing.
trust it. It's being ridiculously secretive about everything all the time. I don't know how to trust it.
It's told you why.
Mark.
So, I'm sorry, Mark. The world does not revolve around you.
I'm going to be looking at M for a second. I mean, Rose.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a small breath inwards as I relax myself for just one moment to make a decision here. And I'm making heavy eye contact because I want to see a facial response.
She's like, oh dear God, no, why did you say that to him? Oh God. Oh.
I think Vera's just gonna reach over and pat Mark gently on the shoulder.
You realize you said this to a cat, right?
I am going to relax my body. I'm going to look him directly in the eye. I'm going to put up one finger and I'm going to say, no, sir, I am better than you. And I'm going to turn around, walk over, and sit down in a chair.
Thank you, Mark.
And he looks over at you, Rosaline, and he says, not just a cat.
Mark is Mark.
No. He can hold that back and do what is necessary. He is not completely lost to the cat.
I know, that's why I said Mark is Mark.
In the meantime, I can't stay.
You can't even go see her, can you?
I'm only allowed here.
It was an extreme pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Vera?
Pleasure.
Mark?
The pleasure was all yours.
Absolutely. He looks at Penny and he raises an eyebrow. Old lizard. And he walks up to you, Rosaline.
Oh.
And he leans forward and he rests his forehead against your forehead. And he kind of says, it's going to be an adventure. I almost envy you. Be good,
Till we meet
Button.
again?
Absolutely. But in the meantime, be good, Button.
I'm always good. What are you talking about?
And just like that, he just fades.
Oh.
Emrys looks at Rosaline. Button? Don't have to explain it.
I think it's cute.
suits you.
It's
suits you.
cute. It's really cute.
I'm sure you have a pet name for Penny.
I do.
But she told me she'd kill
precious.
you all if I told you. No, so the Penny is standing there, and they say, I will be a part of this solution. It is what I am here for.
I certainly hope so.
But I will do my best to not be as invasive in Penny's existence as I can. And if I can find loopholes, I will give you as much information as I can.
Appreciated.
Is that a promise?
That is an oath
Good.
sworn on magic.
And that is no small thing.
Always remember one thing. And this first time you see Penny's face come up with any expression, there is a smile. It says, I want to exist. I need to put her back to bed.
She needs to sleep.
Yes, please.
And it starts. This Penny starts walking out of the bedroom.
Still want to kill that damn lizard.
Yeah.
Alfred comes walking into the bedroom. He's kind of looking down the hallway, and he says, "How did you all get in here? Where have you been all day?"
In here.
Yep. I just got up like 30 minutes ago.
Well, I was sure I knew where you were, but you all have been gone the entire day.
We've been in here.
Time was weird.
You do know I clean your room, right? Because you don't. I mean, at all.
You clean?
You call it cleaning, yes, but
How?
Sorry, Alfred. there was a whole time dilation thing. that happened.
Oh, so that's what you mean by you were in here.
Yeah, there was a weird time thing.
Oh. So
Yeah.
weird
Is
magic
Tuck
stuff.
back?
Got it.
Weird
Is
magic stuff.
Yes.
Tuck back?
Lack of a better
Tuck has
term.
been back for quite some time.
Where is he?
He's in the living room.
All right.
How's his attitude? How does he seem? Just before like he's dumped with all kinds of information.
I'm not dumping with
Okay.
him any.
He's been eating steel rebar all afternoon.
Ooh.
Oh,
Right.
great. All right. She's heading out to go see Tuck.
Thanks, Alfred.
Thank you all.
He says, Mistress Rota?
Yes.
I was told by Tuck that you would require something that the house might not provide. So I made some arrangements.
Oh.
It's not... It's blood.
Yeah. Of what?
Oh no, it's human blood. But
Okay.
It's in bags from
Oh.
the bank.
That's fine. It
That's-
tastes
Jesus.
a little different, but it's fine. That's fine.
It is in the refrigerator.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I know that
You're-
must have been a lot of effort. So thank you.
You're a good man, Alfred.
I
Appreciate it.
thank you. I will go attend to other things because I'm completely unnecessary in this house. He goes and leaves.
I appreciate it anyways. Thank you.
I'm going to. I would like to very quickly talk to House. Hey, Rose Red.
You never know if it hears you or not.
I since you were able to call or bring Alfred to the house, would you be able to bring my cat Rumi into the house and maybe put it on Penny's bed, please?
No, it can bring an illusion of the cat to the house, but not the real thing. I figured this out yesterday.
But it brought Alfred to the house.
No,
But
Alfred brought
drive
Alfred to the house.
Oh,
Alfred brought Alfred to the house.
Yeah, Alfred brought Alfred.
Okay, I completely misunderstood.
No,
that.
no one even indicated how Alfred got there.
Alfred is just here. Alfred just does what he does.
Alfred is best boy.
Alfred is best boy. What would we do without Alfred?
Then never mind. If it's just an illusion, don't worry about it.
What if you brought like a stuffed animal version of the cat?
Is that possible? A stuffed Maine Coon, not like an actual stuffed Maine Coon, but like a stuffed toy of a Maine Coon.
A stuffed plushie of a Maine Coon that looks exactly like Rumi appears on the bed.
Nice.
I'm gonna
and
go.
is quickly tackled by a cat that looks just like Rumi.
Yes,
The
I saw
cat
that
is
too.
now viciously grooming the stuffed animal cat.
We love
I'm
that.
gonna take the stuffed animal cat.
So
Mark, no.
So
Why are we beefing with the house again?
I'm not beefing with the house.
the
Mark,
cat
can I-
swipes at you but barely misses.
Can I have that, please? I would very much.
You
like
have
to
the
bring
cat,
that
the stuffed
pen.
animal cat, by the way.
I thought
Now the cat.
Mark took the stuffed animal cat.
No, that's what I meant. Mark has a stuffed animal cat. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
And the cat is like laying on the bed with its eyes flat, and it's just glaring daggers at Mark.
Please. I'll look at the cat on the
Okay.
bed. Please.
I'm shifting
please
vocal
don't.
cords,
Okay.
and it's glaring at me. So I'm just gonna turn and be like,
Hissy
Oh,
hiss.
oh my god.
Are you hissing at the
Mark,
cat?
It's a
Mark,
hissing contest.
I'm gonna put my hands up. Mark, can I have the stuffed animal, please?
So when you hiss at the cat turns and bolts out of the room and runs down the hallway.
Now there's a loose. weird
I'm gonna
cat
hold
in
the
the
stuffed
house.
animal.
Can
Okay.
I have that? and
We can
bring
make
that
another one.
to Penny, please.
We can make another one.
Please.
I'm gonna hand it to him.
Thank you,
Thank
Mark.
you, Mark. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
When the fuck did we get a fucking cat?
Tuck.
I'm gonna go drink a
you
blood
all are
bag.
back from your lovely little sojourn wherever the fuck you went.
We were here. I'm walking by as I go get a blood bag.
Yeah,
Straw it.
I'm gonna go to the room.
As you walk by, Tuck kind of like leans a little bit away and then leans back when you go by. He's like, sorry, it's...
I know. Stab a straw in the blood bag and just start sipping.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go and bring the stuffed cat into Penny's room and leave it there, and then head back.
Okay. So you start heading upstairs.
Yeah.
And Tuck looks over at you and Rosaline, and he says, "So there is a lot. There was a lot of talk.
Yeah.
No one is out and outright denying you, but there is definitely some resistance.
That's understandable.
It mainly comes from the source that Finn can't be laid to rest.
Well, we're going back to go get him.
Auntie Fiora said that you would try something like that. She is management of the household staff for the castle. She can get you in.
Also, there's another option about getting Finn back without going through Mab.
I was hoping there was something. Otherwise, I guess we'd be having a funeral.
It'll take time to figure it out, but I gotta figure it out.
Well, figuring is your job, fighting is mine.
Is the one that was here still upset? She was quite upset.
Auntie Fiora?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But more than because, you know, Finn was a breath of fresh air in these parts. And Auntie Fiora was very much she took the boy under her wing and showed him what it was to be one of the common folk. And unlike other people in Finn's position, he actually came to it with an open mind and an open heart. And it was appreciated by all of his peoples. You notice that none of his retinue are she.
Let's go get him.
This is, as you wish, I'll assemble the boys.
Let's go.
It's always good to have a rough motley around you.
Though, one more question.
Aye.
Do you know how old Finn was when he went through his chrysalis?
Good Lord. We talked about it quite a bit.
6th grade?
Roughly, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I was older, but I remember him telling me that it was kind of rough because he was at that awkward age. I hit it around, I think I was 17-ish, but he was at that awkward
God,
age.
y'all were older than me.
I've heard that you were a young'un.
8.
Yes, you were a true changeling. They took you completely from your bed as a wee bonny, and they put you into this mess. It's not the easiest life for the child.
Yeah.
Liam was a good choice. And the man
He had his hands full.
And the man could fucking drink, so at least I knew he could blow it off too. Alright, I gotta go assemble the boys. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I'd rather get it done tonight.
She'll be up. You know, she only likes to sleep during the day.
Then tomorrow morning, dawn.
Are you actually going to break in, or are you just going to walk in? You know, you're a countess.
I'm just gonna walk in.
Alright. It's up to you. I mean, are we going now, or are we going in the morning?
Let's go. She's already heading towards the door.
No, not right now. I gotta go get the boys.
Well, I can go with you. Let's just go.
You're in a hurry. Breathe. Take like 5 seconds. Let him get the boys. Just let. You may be a countess, but that doesn't mean you get to rush out and just do whatever.
He's like, oh,
Breathe.
well, it wouldn't work anyway.
Goodness.
What?
Well, I was just gonna have the house lower the porticus and trap you in here, but
The house is more likely to listen to me than you.
I know, that's why I said it wouldn't work anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be an attempt. Now, just give him like
Also, do
10
you
minutes.
happen to know what Murder Hobo's actual name is?
No.
Slender Man in the basement.
I mean, that's his 4th screen name, so he keeps on getting banned for botting.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what
It's
it
fine.
means.
It makes sense.
I can barely use a cell phone.
Oh, well.
You're getting better.
He pulls out this flip phone that looks like it's one of those ones that they sell for the senior citizens, the big buttons on it.
Love it.
And he's like, I can use this.
We love that. We love that.
He's like, all right, I'll be back. And he goes and heads out the door. All right, it is actually 9:30, so let's take a break.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We will be back. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I apologize. I've been talking a lot. Haven't been getting a lot of oxygen. So, we'll take a 10-minute break. We're not going to run the contest tonight. I am very, very sorry. With the printer down, I do not feel comfortable with taking on more things to print. But we will be back in 10 minutes, and we will see you back here. And we thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we hope you're enjoying everything, and we'll be back at 9. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you very much for letting us take that short, brief respite. We are recharged and ready to go. So, Emery's, you were going upstairs.
I was, yes.
So, you come up to the room, the door to Penny's room, and you... Are you gonna knock? Or are you gonna just go right in?
I'm gonna knock first.
You knock on the door, and there's no answer.
Okay. I'm gonna very slowly open the door as quietly as I can. I figure she's probably knocked out.
One of the bedside lamps is on, so there's a little bit of light in the room.
Yeah.
Penny is in bed. She's covered up. She's looks obviously asleep. She's kind of sleeping on her side-ish. And that cat is laying like down the length of her side and on her hip. And like with it kind of like with its head just resting on her butt. And when you walk in, the cat kind of lifts up its head and like slow blinks at you.
You look an awful lot like Rumi, and I want to believe that you're Rumi, but I'm told that you shouldn't be Rumi.
The cat looks at you a little bit longer and then just puts its head back down.
Okay. That's perfectly fair. I'm gonna walk over. I'm going to put my hand in front of its face so it can sniff my hand if it wants to.
You can hear it purring. It's like an engine.
I'm gonna scritch it behind its ears very gently.
It doesn't lift its head, but it's obviously happier.
And then I'm going to like put my face kind of in front of it.
The eyes kind of slit open.
Rumi, buddy, is that you?
It kind of lifts its head up. Its eyes open a little bit more. And it puts one paw out and boops you on the nose.
Hi, buddy. And I kind of rest my forehead against his head.
It does that thing cats do where it just rubs its head all over your face.
Yeah.
The aggressive snuggle.
Aggressive snuggle. Am I glad to see you?
I always called it, it's the I want you to stink like me move.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kind of take both my hands and put its head in my hands. You look after her, okay?
It's purring like mad.
Okay. And I'm going to rather than put the stuffed cat next to Penny, I'm just gonna put it like next to Rumi.
Mm-hmm.
And there, some extra company.
It kind of like grooms it for a second. And then it kind of just like lays its head back down on Penny's hip.
Okay. Now I'll kind of rub its fur a little bit, and I'll move up to Penny's head, like gentle kiss on the top of her head, and then I will just kind of back out quietly, just kind of feeling a little bit better about the situation, knowing that Rumi's there. Just feeling better knowing that Rumi's there, and was quietly close the door, and kind of lean against the wall next to the door. I'm going to pull out my phone and I'm going to text Val. It's like, hey, really, really rough couple of days. Penny might be glad to hear your voice. Sleep now. She's asleep now, but maybe call her, leave her a voice message or something. Love you. Send.
A few moments pass, and a text message comes back, and it says, "We'll do as soon as can. Have you had any problems casting. My
Kind of.
my circle is meeting tomorrow. Something's up.
I'll kind of look at my phone, kind of confused. Not that I'm aware of. I'll keep an eye out. Keep me posted. Be careful. Weird things are afoot.
All you get back is tell me about it.
Oh, I intend to.
So, Mark, what are you doing?
I gotta check with Alfred real quick. A whole day's passed
Alfred says, well,
for me. What did my boxes show up? Did you get my Amazon boxes?
there was boxes. They were addressed to. Actually, did you have them shipped to you, or did you just use the default information on the card?
No, I used the card on my account.
Okay, got it. You put her.
Rose is just gonna cry when she gets that statement.
He's like, yes, there's some packages that came for you.
Packages, like there should be several.
Yes.
Okay, great. Can you put them in? Oh, you know what? You can start putting stuff together. If you could just go ahead and open stuff up. There's some gift bags. There's some tissue paper. There's some shirts. I need like one shirt, and I need like a pair of, we'll just call them gloves, but they're not really, but you'll know what it is. And I need a pair of gloves, and I need some tissue paper, and there's the little baggies. I need those on the side. I need the tissue paper set up so that I can still fill that with something and then put it in the bag too.
So where am I going to set this up at? Because that seems like a production line.
Ask the house to give you a room to do it in, or do it in my bedroom. I don't care.
All right. Sure. It gives me something to do, I guess.
Oh, and then if you could go to the dispensary and pick up like whatever's a reasonable amount of drugs for each person. There's 40 gift bags.
I don't know if I'm allowed to pick up that much at once.
Well, you can make multiple trips. I don't care.
Do I hear this as I'm walking into the room?
I might actually need to find just a regular dealer.
That works for me too. I don't care.
To get that type of quantity. I mean, that's a lot. I mean,
is it?
Wait.
A lot of what?
How much are we talking about giving everyone? Like a dime, or do you something more?
What?
I don't buy drugs. I what says have a nice evening, but isn't like I think you're an addict.
Number one, you can't get addicted to that. Number two, if you're just trying to be pleasant and it's a nice gesture, then just a J. It's fine.
Okay, then that. I just need 40 of those. Whatever
That's
that
still
is.
a lot.
Okay. Can you bottle this into happening, please?
I will do my best. House.
Okay.
I need a pound of marijuana.
But will that vanish when we leave?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it will.
I'm probably sure it will. Okay, fine. I'll try and find some.
I appreciate
what?
it.
I'm going to go buy drugs. He walks off.
What?
I'm just gonna. Pandora said to buy the girls presents, and she said that they are punk rock. So look, I'm gonna take Rose over to like the boxes. I'm gonna start opening them up. I got them these really nifty gift bags. See how they're kind of like sparkly but not over the top?
Yeah.
And then I got tissue paper to go with it. And then I got everybody, and I'm gonna pop it open. They're all like these black MTV t-shirts, but it's like the logo from the early 90s. So it's sort of like very punk rock. And then I am getting them just like a little have a nice evening marijuana.
You know, you could have just gone to the alcohol store and got the little mini bottles of alcohol.
Oh, Alfred, can you get mini bottles of alcohol to go in here too?
He comes
Also,
back in. He's like,
Mark-
okay. Ma'am,
Never. Don't worry. I'll get the alcohol. I'm gonna pull my phone out. I'm gonna go to Favor, and I'm gonna order like 40 mini bottles of alcohol, but in 3 different varieties. So like a whiskey, a gin, and a vodka. So a total of 120 mini bottles. And I'm gonna have them Favors to the house.
I don't know where the hell you're gonna get 120 mini bottles.
That's Favor's problem to figure out, not my problem.
The Favor driver's gonna be driving around for 3 fucking days.
Mark, on a serious note, are you busy tonight? Do you want to go on an adventure or go in to storm the castle?
Wait, I love adventure. I'm not so fond of storming castles right now,
We're
but
getting Finn.
I will happily go because anything I want to accomplish, I can do through my phone.
We're getting Finn.
Oh, yeah.
Alfred.
Speaking of which, I've got some great news for you.
What?
I'm going to pull my phone out, go to like the little text screen.
Mm-hmm.
Phone's pretty banal, so hopefully this will kind of obscure things. I'm going to type a little message into it, and I'm going to hand my phone over to Rose to read it. And it says, I know something Mab probably doesn't, and if she does, she's definitely keeping it a secret. And oh man, will it wreck her world.
Rose is gonna type ever so slowly, "What is it?" and then hands it back.
Okay. I'm going to type the message in chat real quick so you can see it and you can respond however you want.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misspelled that.
Best typo
Her
ever.
eyes just grow wide. I'm sorry, Mark. Rose is just gonna pull you into a hug and just squeeze real as hard as she can. Where?
I'm working on that. I have a list of possibilities that will very quickly get narrowed.
Specs can do it.
Okay.
All right.
Is she just not okay? All right, we're going to go outside.
I didn't say it's easy. I just said
No. We're going to go outside. We're going to go give in. We'll talk more about this later when we're out of San Francisco.
Yeah. No, good day, right?
Vera,
Yeah, it is a good day.
your phone rings.
See the things I can do?
Oh, my phone rings?
Yeah.
I am
Oh,
so proud
fun.
of you. I am so proud
She's
of you.
slurping blood, looks over as her phone's on the counter and just goes,
Unknown name, unknown number.
answer. Hello?
Was it fun?
Ugh. No.
So, I think we should have a conversation.
Is this going to be a fun conversation or is this like fake court fun?
This has nothing to do with the fake court. This
No,
has
no,
to
no,
do
I
with
just mean
you and me.
Okay. When?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Drinking blood.
Descriptive.
Ugh.
Before we talk, one question.
Yes.
What did you think happened to me?
I had hoped you died. Or that you moved on without me and that you just didn't seek me out.
You never tried to
You told
find
me
out
no?
for sure. I told you no.
You told me to leave?
You showed me what you were. And I was scared. And you left. And then you attacked.
I did not attack.
You burnt the place down.
On accident. I did not burn it down intentionally.
I'm lucky that I was found.
I don't remember you seeking me out either.
I didn't.
Well, then, don't play that game with me.
My sire is not a modern thinking kindred. I have been serving him for 100 years. But I need you to understand something. I don't think I want you dead.
I would certainly hope not.
I don't know if you want me dead.
No, that was never what I wanted.
I would think what you would want is answers. Yes?
Maybe some.
You know that my sire and your sire did business.
I do.
They've had a falling out.
I know.
Why don't you ask your sire how many times I waited on them when they were in their meetings?
I'll have to bring that up next I see him.
Just remember one thing.
Yes, dear.
My sire is a monster. Kept me nearly captive for 100 years. Your sire is a liar.
What the hell?
He tries to hide that he's a monster.
Well, we'll see what he says when I talk to him, okay?
Okay.
In the meantime,
No.
you can save this number if you want it. I'll answer.
She says, if you want to talk, there's a little cafe, coffee shop, if you will, corner of Bell and Griffith. I'm there now.
I'm gonna look around the room to see what everybody else is doing.
Rose and Arthur are yelling.
Yeah, like
Mark is marking.
yeah, Mark is being Mark. Mark is doing gift bags.
Oh, hang on.
Mark is.
I just realized Jonathan's camera went crazy.
I can see him just.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's just fine.
No,
Oh, you mean
the
on
stream.
you mean on the layout? Oh, it did. I was gonna say he's fine. I can see him
I
just
can
fine.
see him just fine. Where is he?
I see.
I see. I see.
I see what happened. It switched off the cam and went to a Chrome screen. There he is. Okay. So, she says, I am working, so I'll be here for a bit.
Give me half an hour, 45 minutes.
I'll see you then.
Sounds good.
phone hangs up.
She'll put her phone down and just kind of stare at her blood bag for a while. And then she's going to pick up her phone again. And she's going to quickly text a particular sire, which is the words, "Did you know?"
You knew. You fucking knew.
A text comes back. I have known. The situation is far more complicated than I could convey in text.
Just text back. You can either call me or you have 25 minutes to figure it out.
There is nothing I'd like better than to be able to explain all this to you right now. But I'm in a place where I cannot make a call.
Well, I have a meeting to get to in 30, so I guess I'll get my answers from someone else.
As always, with anything involving our kind, vet your sources.
I'll just send like a thumbs up emoji.
Send a middle finger emoji.
Just a thumbs up emoji.
All right, so Sphinx, what is Emery's doing right now?
After he sent that last text to Val, he's heading downstairs.
Okay. So you come downstairs probably about the same time that Vera's phone's ringing and Mark and Rosaline are having the little conversation, probably right near in the kitchen right there. And so, and Arthur is leaving, mumbling something about, where can I get a pound of weed?
A pound of weed. Everything's better with a pound of weed.
Alfred.
So, what are you doing?
Do I see Vera kind of like her demeanor? While she's on the phone?
It's stiffened. Like she instantly sat up straighter, and it was just
Then
not laugh.
I will hang around and keep an eye on her. Not like I'm not trying to eavesdrop, but like just trying to like watch and make sure that she's okay. And then when she's done,
Well, when she's done with the phone call, she starts texting. So
I will then wait until she finishes texting, and then like as she's finishing, I'll kind of like hand on shoulder. Hey, you doing okay? That seemed intense.
Yeah, it was a little. Yep.
Do you want to talk about it?
I think I have a date.
A date?
It's not.
Wow. We've been in San Francisco a couple days now, I guess, and a date. That's
Mhm.
Is it like who?
Kinsley? She called me.
Yeah.
She called you.
She called me.
How did she get your?
I don't.
You know what?
I
She was
don't
in
know.
my head, so that might be how that happened.
You know what? That's good.
She was in my head.
That's a good point. Apparently, Ezekiel has, Dad has known for a while what she was. So,
Really?
I'll kind of like let him read the text messages back and forth.
That's how you doing?
I have a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anger there, but so
Rightly
I'm gonna go meet her at the coffee shop.
Do you want some backup?
I'm gonna keep you on speed dial in case I need you.
Okay, just let me know. Because apparently, so that cat that appeared,
Yeah.
that cat, that was actually Rumi. That's not an illusion. That's Rumi.
Oh, well, at least he's here. That'll be good.
Yeah, I surprised the hell out of me.
That'll be good
He's
for
looking
Penny.
after Penny.
Good.
So I am at
Kind of-
your disposal if should you need backup or a mage with a staff to bludgeon someone over the head.
To do a bonk, yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna go get changed.
Sure.
This is weird, right? Like this is all very
weird. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put my blood bag, like the rest of it, like seal it and put it back in the fridge. Cool. I'm gonna go change and keep you on standby for when I go.
Cool. Oh boy.
Head downstairs to get changed.
Yeah.
As you come downstairs, Murder Hobo is sitting on the couch in front of the TV with the Xbox.
Of course he is.
He's like, "Oh hey, what's going on?"
Just walking. And then walks.
Cool. I walk sometimes.
Damn, I've never seen you move.
No, I've moved.
Oh.
Like I was sitting right there. He points right next to him, like yesterday. But I figured today I'd sit here.
What an interesting life you live. As I walk into my room and close the door.
Like, I never really thought of it that way.
Oh my god. This is my security person.
He's doing a great job. Slenderman's doing a great job. He even leaves notes for people.
It's very sweet of him.
Is Alfred still here?
No, he's trying to score for you.
He's trying to score. Bless Alfred, bless the man.
Oh my god.
I wasn't thinking clearly, but now I realize that he probably should just ask the security guy downstairs.
You know what? That would have been a much better idea. Like, hey, do you have a pound? Thanks.
He doesn't even know he's there because he never comes upstairs.
That's true.
We saw him upstairs earlier.
But Alfred wasn't there.
Alfred wasn't there for that, but yeah.
Well,
When you have to remember, everybody else that can't see Seeming sees him as a two-dimensional creature.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mark. Let's just go outside, get ready to go. Let's just get out of the house before they realize we're gone.
The cops told me I can't change in the front lawn anymore, so can't we just get ready in here?
Yeah, go get ready. I'm already ready to go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Well, let's go outside then. Let's go.
I'm gonna go outside.
So Mark and Rosaline are headed out the front door. As you
Before
guys
we're
are coming,
noticed.
huh?
Before we're noticed.
Well, as you guys go out the front door, you close the front door. You're walking down the steps. Remember I described the house as the big old English style cottage, but it's gigantic English style cottage mansion. You're walking down that big that circular staircase that goes down to the driveway, and as you're doing that, up the driveway comes that giant 4x4 that Tuck drives. And in the passenger seat, there's a guy who about the same height, build, and everything like that as Tuck. And in the back are all the trolls.
Yeah, my boys.
And they come rolling up the driveway. Tuck stops, and they all come piling out. And Tuck kind of looks down. He's like, "So, these are the guys I could find who are just spoiling for a fight."
Cool.
Are we still looking to be aggressive, or are we going to be polite?
We're going to be polite, and then if we have to be aggressive, be aggressive.
Oh, we're going to do the same from Roadhouse.
Sure. I don't know what that is, but sure.
Good God, we have to get you some general, culture. Roadhouse is an American classic. Patrick
sorry.
Swayze. Dirty Dancing, Baby in the
Yes,
Corner.
I've seen Dirty Dancing.
Why do people watch Dirty Dancing, but they never watch Roadhouse?
Okay, it is called Liam didn't let me have TV time, and I was outside actually doing things and learning, and I had a normal childhood.
You think you had a normal childhood. The
I
rest
didn't
of
have a
us had a
normal
normal childhood.
Right.
You had something
I've
else.
seen Roadhouse. I had a normal childhood too.
But to Rose, that is a normal childhood.
I know. He says, all right, so... All right,
We're bringing
boys.
Mark
What? We're on best behavior
for now.
for now. All right, so how are we getting in? We don't have an invitation.
She owes me a favor.
Well, I was going to say, you are an upstanding member of our court, so you could just go calling, I guess.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get Finn back. We're gonna go. Let's just go. Mark, you ready?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Cool.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Finn.
Shotgun?
I mean, I'm sorry, Tuck.
I was like,
My-
shotgun?
No, I get shotgun. Rose is already running for the car.
Too slow. He runs out to the driver's side. Have fun in the back with the boys.
Is there room in the back with the boys?
Yeah, some.
I'm just gonna look at Rose. Can you please tell them to move over so I have a seat?
Oh, all of them lean over the side of the truck. What's wrong, Kitty? You want a seat? Oh, come on up. I'll let you sit on my lap.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What?
Knock it off.
They're all grumbling at each other.
I'm gonna open the door and I'm just gonna kind of gesture for them
There's
to
no
move
door.
over.
This is the truck.
No, she just
Oh.
looks at him. She looks at him. Hey, I wouldn't be alive if it weren't for him right now. So be nice.
He's like, fine, make room.
Let's see. I'm gonna get in and give them that look like, look who's important.
They give you that look like, look who's gonna be flat if we get a chance.
Oh no. Once we're in, I'm guessing the window is like closed to the back of the truck. She just looks at Tuck. I think I may have accidentally just given Mark a bigger ego.
He says, that's okay. They'll probably eat him before we get there.
They better not.
They said they were hungry. I just told them I didn't have time for lunch. And he turns the truck around.
Tuck.
What? He opens a slide. You can't eat the fucking cat! He closes the window.
I'm gonna mumble to myself, it would have been entertaining if they tried.
All right, so
After
Vera,
this, we're stopping at a drive-through so they eat something.
Vera,
Yes.
what are you changing into?
She is going to change into a black dress that hits right above the knee with some fishnets and some boots, along with the rosary.
No, the rosary, because we cannot leave the house without the rosary.
You gotta have it.
All right, so
She is a facade to keep up.
Emery's, what are you doing? Just waiting patiently?
I'm just waiting at the near the island. Got like a glass of juice. I'm just kind of waiting to see what's about to happen.
So you're sitting there waiting, and as you're waiting there, the fridge opens up, and then when you look over at the fridge, you see Murder Hobo in front of it. But he wasn't there when the fridge opened up. And he kind of like he's got a 6-pack of beer that he pulled out of the fridge, and he kind of looks at you and he says, "Man, is everyone always this busy?"
It's been an interesting couple days.
Man,
so.
this is fucking with my energy, I swear. I mean, it's got to be chill sometime, right?
Eventually, I mean, I'm sure it's been a little while since it's been chill for me as well. So I'm beginning to forget what that's like.
That doesn't bode well.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah.
So, I know that she's like the boss lady and all now, but where'd she go? Cause like I'm supposed to be security, so like I should know this stuff. She hasn't even told me what she wants to do with the new security settings. I mean,
Your phone dings at this point.
One second, MH. I look at my phone. Well, she's gone out, and I think she's going to pay the queen a visit.
oh,
So,
all
yeah,
right.
maybe hold off on the whole security settings thing until she gets back.
Cool.
Uh, I, yeah, just what's the word Penny uses occasionally? Chillax.
All right. Is Penny that hot blonde?
Penny's not blonde, is she? Did we make Penny blonde? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I thought we did.
I thought we gave her.
Are you getting it confused with Ginger? Ginger's blonde.
No. I always, for some reason in my head, I always picture Penny as blonde. Oh, I know why.
Because of Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. No, Penny's brunette.
All right. That's gonna be. I'm going to start working on that now because I'm gonna have to condition myself. Okay, fine. Penny's now Ivy. There you go. That works.
So you're talking about the vampire? No,
Yeah.
that's Vera. That's my best friend.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean blonde. I mean brunette because the guy who's running me right now is a fucking idiot.
Right. Yes, Penny's the brunette. Word to the wise, MH. Penny's also my daughter.
Fucking hot daughter, man. Congrats.
Oh my god.
You don't look
Thank
much
you.
alike though. Takes after her
Well,
mom?
she's adopted.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So,
Still pretty protective of her though.
oh no, I'm not. Really? I'm not a threat, dude.
I'm just you said some words just then that made me concerned.
Oh. Oh, is that like that new shit with? Oh shit.
What
Man,
new shit?
I gotta
What?
work on that. I was just thinking about how some of the language I was using could be considered predatory in certain situations. Make
Yes.
people very uncomfortable.
Yes. That. Yes.
Fuck.
That's what happened.
I'm just gonna go back to the basement and be high.
That's cool.
Cheater passes him.
Hey. Hey.
He looks very worried and befuddled as he's walking by you. He kind of just waves, "Hey."
Did you have a conversation with Slenderman?
With MH? Yeah. We I think I set a boundary with him and Penny.
Nice. He's just
That's
like confused.
what
That's what
happened.
I mean, nice. I mean, good for you.
I don't think he meant to cross the boundary, but he did without
Oh.
meaning to. And I think now the boundary has been set. I don't think he'll do that again. It was very odd conversation. Very odd conversation.
He looks confused. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, good for you guys.
Also, so it would appear
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
that Rose
Mhm.
has left the premises
Mhm. Yes.
and has decided to quote her, storm the castle.
Yes. Good for that.
So that's a thing we have to worry about now.
I am storming a different castle.
Sure.
So, like, I'm going to storm this castle, but in the meantime, I'm also going to keep an eye on the group text because I'm also a little worried that she went with Mark and looking around and not seeing Tuck or
I mean,
anybody else. I
Mark-
think she also took a couple of the other guys.
Mark did save her life earlier.
I mean, you're right.
So I'm. While I am concerned, I feel better knowing that he's with her.
I mean, yes, I do agree with that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep you also on speed dial in case the state with Kinsley goes horribly wrong.
Okay, you sure you don't need a wizard with you when storming the castle?
I feel like if I bring you with me, she's going to get worse, and then the situation is just going to escalate a lot quicker than it might.
You didn't see her when we met. She was flirting with me pretty hard. Although now that I think about that, that might have just been to make me feel at ease. Or uneat ease. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Just gonna pat on your shoulder. Okay. Here's the address of where I'm going. Which I'll write it down, scribble, and hand it to you. And if anything happens, or if like I don't check in, if I don't check in within like 30 minutes, then like call me.
You got it.
Cool.
Hey, be careful, okay?
I'm gonna try.
I have a very, very small circle of friends. You are at the top of that list.
And I love you.
Keep you there.
Yeah, I love you very much for it. You are my best friend. I'm going to be very careful.
Thank you. Love you. Be safe out there.
Real quick, Vera. How are you getting there?
She either is going to call an Uber and she will pay for it herself because she's not using Rose's card, or depending how far it is, she'll walk. But
it's not walkable.
Okay, she'll just take an Uber and then she'll just call an Uber.
All right. So this is probably a really good place to stop because I've successfully split the party.
Again.
In like three. What in the hell?
Well, we don't know what Pandora's doing yet.
That's true.
Pandora is going to be a jealous werewolf.
Yes.
Oh, no.
No,
here's the thing. Pandora's going to be upset that Rose left her.
She's going to be, 1, Vera went off with the ex-girlfriend, and 2, you're going this way, and there's 2 castles being stormed, and she's like...
And she's nowhere near any of it.
Pandora's dilemma is going to be, which way does she go?
Exactly.
And then we also have to deal with the fact that, I'm pretty sure that whatever happens, Sphinx is going to be dragged along with Pandora. So
Probably.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The conversation with Mab is going to be fine.
Yeah, everything's going to work out because everything works out. It's wonderful.
Absolutely.
What are you talking about? This conversation with Kinsley is going to go so well. It's going to go
be smooth.
So well.
Nothing is going to explode.
I love how I didn't tell you who was calling at all.
I didn't need to. As soon
and
as
you just assumed it. You just like.
Well, there's only 2 people it could have been. That's why I was like, it's one of the 2. Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was the sire at first, and then stuff happened. I was like, oh.
Well, I was just like listening to her while I was talking. I was just like, am I making it obvious enough? And then and then it was just like, yep, I did.
Yeah. I knew there was only 2 options, and it was one of the 2, and it was the worst of the options.
Oh, come on.
Well, she doesn't want to kill you.
She thinks.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here tonight. I hope I did not met out too much emotional the traumas.
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
It was
compared to last week. It was tame.
Yeah.
That's why we have next week where we've split the party.
Yeah.
Well, next week when there's multiple instances of possible tension.
And fight and drama. Yeah. So
Yep.
Join us next week.
I'm just
Have any of us rested? Have we rested?
No. Hopefully Rose gets her cry. Hopefully.
Oh, God,
in private.
God, she needs it.
You guys technically did get rest though.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the dragon did?
Yep.
So how much of my willpower does that give me back?
Whatever you get whenever you get to take actually rest.
It does not. It is very, very...
1.
Oh,
it's 1 point of willpower.
Oh, well, that is a thing.
Yeah.
You can recover willpower by doing certain actions that are part of your archetype.
Yeah, for Rose, it's quests.
I want to say one of the books also has a rule for meditating.
Yeah, it's one of the mage books, actually.
Okay, that's probably what he will be doing while waiting to hear back from Vera.
Doing his best to meditate and keep everything chill while the world burns down around him.
Yeah, I'm fine because I have the glamour in my house. My glamour's pretty much replenished already.
You think that's bad? People have to upset me for me to get my rage back.
Like, that's hard.
All right.
All right, everybody. So thank you guys so much for being here, everyone. We really appreciate it. We are going to go ahead and see what we can find for someone to actually saddle with you guys, as we're going to go ahead and run off and raid somebody. But before we do that, I would like to thank my wonderful, wonderful players tonight. Em,
Yes.
where can anyone possibly find you on the wild, wide webs?
I have a whole list of things. Do I have to list them all?
You do not have to list them all because your beacons is right
Yes.
there in chat.
Yeah, but mostly you can find me as Starshard Stories on most social media places, and I am on a bunch of different networks here on the Purple app most of the week.
Most of the week, and she does literally mean that. And speaking of catching M, you can catch her Saturday mornings here for our Monster Hearts 2 story, which is trauma with spice. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, especially with how I'm going to open next session. It's going to be great.
I just know that I'm going to like try and just like stay out of it this time and let other people get some trauma.
Because y'all are going into the evening.
Never mind. I've got to go date Charles now.
You may have to go save Optica because she'd be a dumb bitch for
yeah, forgot about
big goth Minotaur lady.
We're playing college students, and well, I think we're playing them to the T.
Sometimes you just gotta go for a booty call. That's what literally
Even
what it is.
when the ghost said, "Don't go out at night."
Is it a ghost though? We don't know.
It's always a ghost. Ivy. Magical, mystical Ivy.
That would be me. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. I'm Ivy. You can find me as Gamer the Girl over on Dice Cream Sandwich on Mondays, here on Tuesdays, and then doing random things on any other social media account as I settle in.
And Ivy is still settling in. She's been doing some changes, and she's getting very, very, very much accustomed to the new surroundings, I hope.
Yes.
That's so good. And if you want to find any of those magical socials, Ivy's link tree is in chat right now. Sphinx.
Yes.
Where can all the lovely people find the lovely you?
Well, you can find the lovely me on TikTok, Circle DM, Sphinx Akasha, just about everywhere else. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, usually you can find me right here with Dinner in the Game, playing, of course, on Tuesdays, Emerald Sanctums. On Wednesdays, Kingdom of Mists, but we're not doing that tomorrow. Every other Friday, you can find me with the Alex Bomb channel, playing Initiatives and Intrigues, and this is a week for Initiatives and Intrigues. We get to see me play Badru, the Asamar Bard Cleric. But on the Fridays that we're not doing that, you can find me with the ADH Adventures channel, running my own game, Agents of the Circle, which is my 5th edition Eberron homebrew. They're in the middle of doing a heist right now, and that's gonna be fun. That's not gonna be dangerous at all for my players. No, there won't be surprises. There won't be surprises in store.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine here.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
Puppy sitting at the table with a house on fire.
Right. On Saturdays, you can find me with ADH Adventures again. On alternating Saturdays, playing Heroes Arc, which is run by a Halfling Wizard, where I play now revealed Prince Raziel, because that's a whole thing that we're going to get into. The Asamar Necromancer. And on this Saturday, which is an alternating Saturday for us, is going to be, I believe, Unlicensed Magic War Crimes, where I play Zan, who is an Eladrin paladin with a secret dark past. So that's a fun time.
Dun, dun, dun.
So yeah, that's where you can find me, and I have, of course, other links in my socials where you can find and interact with me and all the good stuff.
Absolutely. And Jonathan, of course, is one of our favoriteest players. He's been with Dinner and a Game forever, since we began in 2018. Jonathan says social media is stupid and doesn't do the social medias. But he's here for your entertainment, and you can poke fun of him for not using social media. He has a good reason, but he doesn't do it. So, Jonathan, thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you, as always, for making Mark.
I don't understand why
Always
people
entertaining.
thanking me for making Mark. I feel like Mark should not be thanked for being Mark.
Zero will thank Mark. Thank
Well,
you,
yeah.
Mark. So,
Yeah.
does anyone have any idea who we want to raid tonight?
I can recommend a Filthy Lot if you wanted to raid them.
Filthy Lot?
They're playing D&D at the moment.
Mm.
They're doing it on Killspire, which is the really cool 3D map program.
Oh yeah, I want to
Oh,
check that
cool.
It's really cool, actually.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember at Dinner and Game, we always save you a seat at the table. If you have to go out, please be careful. Social distance, wear a mask. There's a new surge happening. There's nothing we can do about it. Do what you can to protect yourself. We love you. We want you to come back and see the show and enjoy it over and over again. Remember, tomorrow we're not doing Kingdoms of Mist because I have real life stuff coming up, but we do have Friday night, the debut of our Session 0 of Firefly. Crossing the Veil is the name of that storyline. And then Saturday morning, as always, more spice and chaos with M running her Starshard Stories, running her Monster Hearts 2 campaign. And so we will see you all there. We love you and have a good night.
Good night.
And clear. There we go.
All right, make sure you're no longer live.
I'm doing it.